Hey, it's Foray. Something different today. A while back, I was on a podcast called Dfreaks and Geeks. So here's a small preview of that interview. Check the link in the description for a link to their Spotify page where you can check out the whole interview. And here it is.
Are you ready? 'Cause it's time for Dfreaks and Geeks.
It's more fun than getting into a car accident.
Like the name says, it's very casual, very laid back.
So goddamn arrogant about their PCs.
Welcome to another episode of Dfreaks and Geeks, the unedited and unfiltered podcast that's more fun than stuffing the wrong end of your turkey on Thanksgiving. I'm your host, David, aka Dfreak.
I'm Pat, aka Bloodbath 17.
Spiteful toast.
Hey,
So
it depends who you ask. Which end of the turkey do you like stuffing? And what do you like stuffing it with?
Okay.
Hey, that was a bestiality joke.
Okay,
The moral of the
so
story is don't eat turkey at Pat's house this year if you plan on going to Pat's house. Just avoid the
I've
turkey.
never cooked a turkey in my fucking life.
I wonder why.
so welcome to our show.
I keep on fucking the turkeys.
Welcome
We-
to our
we-
show where we talk about gaming.
Yeah, we're a gaming podcast, and I guess we're also part-time comedians. This week we have another guest all the way overseas for another horror content creator. I don't even know if the games will be specified as horror to him. He is adamant about never being scared. So if you have a game, send it to him. He has socials at the end because
He's got a challenge going
Yeah, it's
on.
up for a
we
challenge.
don't think you'll be able to beat him. So
No.
No, he literally seems like, oh my god, he is Liam Neeson come to life from Taken. Jesus Christ.
enjoy. This week for everybody, we have another great horror streamer for you. For a horror streamer on YouTube. For a, how are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm not technically a streamer, but yeah.
Content creator, right? YouTube content creator. We'll go with that. We'll flow with that.
I started off streaming, so yeah.
Yeah. Do you not like the streaming?
Well, I think I did 4 videos, and it was just too stressful, and nobody would watch. So no chat at all. And I play old horror games, so I got stuck a lot, and I had to, play an hour, getting stuck, and then I don't know, it didn't feel right. So I just switched to recording and cutting out the stuff where where I get horribly stuck.
So I have to ask you, it's a well-known fact already at this podcast that I do not do well when it comes to horror games. I am not.
Pussy. Pussy.
I stray very, very, very far away from them. And I saw a video of yours
Mhm.
where it's the Try to Scare Me challenge.
Yeah, that's still running. Nobody has succeeded in scaring me yet.
Impressive.
So how does that work? You have your community reach out to you and try to promote like a scarier and scarier game until you get freaked
Yep.
out?
Yes, that's basically the gist of it. Yeah.
I love it.
That sounds like my worst nightmare. So
Well-
have you always just like not been scared? Like, are you just always been good with scary?
I don't think that's the case because I'm playing Alone in the Dark 5 at the moment, and there's a scene right at the beginning where you have 2 main characters, Cornby and Elise, I think they are called, and he finds a coffin and opens it, and then it's the other person lying inside of it, and that scared me a lot. By the first time I played it. But I've got children now, and I'm almost 40, and I don't know what it is, but horror just doesn't scare me at all anymore. Horror
Good for you.
movies neither. So
You just like flipped a switch. You were like, I'm no longer going to be scared.
Well,
of
yeah,
things.
because
No,
as soon
I
as
don't know.
you have kids, so I hear, your whole worldview expands, and like, the small stuff like playing a horror game or watching a scary movie, it's fucking nothing compared to
Yeah.
the responsibilities
unless
of being
children
a parent.
die in the movie, then
Yeah,
but that's not scary. That's I can't watch that anymore. There's a
gut-wrenching.
scene in what's it called again? The Harry Potter spin-off, Fantastic Beasts,
Yeah.
Oh,
Where-
yeah. Mhm.
where Grindelwald supposedly kills the child of the Muggles living in the house they take over. That no, I almost walked out.
Oh,
Yeah, fuck that.
So
Yeah.
now that you don't get scared, do you still enjoy them? Is that still a genre that are you playing it because you don't get scared, or are you playing it because you still enjoy the whole story of the horror, you just don't get scared?
Yeah, I still enjoy horror because I watch a lot of horror movies also. But I started my channel to improve my self-image, for starters. And I wanted to, show people the games I used to play when I was a child. And those were mostly horror games. So it sort of went that way automatically.
That's so growing up, so this is a lifelong thing.
Yeah.
You weren't playing like Super Mario Brothers, you were playing Silent Hill.
I also played Mario Brothers when I got the chance, but I gravitated towards survival horror mostly. And
Have
that's
you played The Forest yet? We've heard really good things
No.
about The Forest.
I haven't yet.
Yeah,
That might be right up your alley, especially since you like survival horror. I feel
that's
like
exactly what I thought. That was
that's
the first thing.
That's like
It's-
exactly what that game is centered around. I mean, it's more survival than horror, but it
Yeah,
definitely still
isn't that
has.
the one where you crash with a plane and you have to build shelter, and then
you're
Yeah.
stuck on an island, and
wild
then there's,
people
like,
start chasing you?
Yeah.
How is that scary?
Yeah, see, that's the
Sounds
top.
terrifying to me.
That's the tippity top for me. That was there were some times in that game that I got terrified. It's
Okay.
just the cold, dark, eerie, like
Yeah.
you don't know what's gonna come, and then wham, someone just like comes right in front. It'll get me every single time.
Okay.
or the
No,
voices.
that game doesn't sound scary to me.
Oh my
Sorry?
god, unmoved.
Yeah.
So what-
You're like a different breed of horror game
Um,
person. You just don't get.
I don't know.
It's a good thing. I mean, it's you test the limits of what horror really is. I think it's an interesting thing to be able to do.
Do you
I mean,
always
I get-
do? Go ahead.
Sorry?
No, go ahead.
I do get jump scared because it's like clapping your hands in front of your face. You're gonna blink, but what I really mean is that you get that eerie feeling and you get sweaty and stuff. No, I don't get that anymore.
That's
Good for
crazy.
you, man.
So what's the scariest game that everybody says you play? Like I always talk about, what's that one game that I always talk about that everybody says is so scary? It's the one in VR.
The Witcher 3.
Outlast.
Outlast. Yes. Like, have you played Outlast? Do you think Outlast is
No.
terrifying?
I watched Markiplier play it, I think. I'm not sure. But that game, no, I wouldn't get scared by it, I think. Maybe in VR. I haven't tried VR yet.
Yeah, because I was just going to ask you, because that's a whole nother level, right? Then you
Yeah.
kind of like immerse yourself a little more.
I don't have VR headset yet, but maybe in the future. But I
Yeah.
don't think it would scare me.
That's so crazy. that
So
you-
that's funny because like these are all of the games that we hear about, right? Because these are like the mainstream horror games. But I guess from what you're kind of saying is that they're not really scary for you. There's like a whole like backyard version of horror games where like the real scary games are. And like
I haven't found them yet, I think.
oh man.
it seems like they haven't even been made yet. It seems like there's really not much that could phase you other than obviously the jump scares. But I mean, you've gotten
Well,
so used to.
I'm
so many
terrified of
different
stuff in
genres.
real life, but video games, no.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah, you're able to like compartmentalize
you
the
know
different
that one's
aspects.
real,
Yeah.
one's fake. This is just a game compared to like if you're in like a haunted house in real life, like that's different. You're still you might not be like,
Yeah,
oh my god, totally freaked out, but you might be like, oh god, this is like kind of uneasy. This is
I
a little
haven't
weird.
been in a haunted house for ages, but we don't really have the haunted houses like you have. We just have rides with puppets shaking. That used to terrify me as a kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the second you said that, I got like a little image in my head. I was like,
But paying taxes really scares me.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, the government's terrifying.
That shit's scary, man. And the
scary too.
the thought of zombies, real life zombies, scares me. And then having family members come back as zombies, particularly that part. I can't go on roller coasters. I get heart. What do you call them? My heart
Palpitations.
starts skipping.
Right.
Yeah,
It goes really
The
fast.
Get sweaty
the heart
hands and-
palpitations.
I can't do it. I try every time
So-
we go into amusement parks. I say this time I'm gonna ride a roller coaster, but I chicken out halfway in the queue. Can't do it.
That's so funny. It's so funny how fear works. Because, like, for me, I'm the complete opposite. I'll go on any roller coaster. I don't care how high, how fast. But, like, I can't play a horror game. It's fear is so
Yeah.
strange. So we always like to ask people this during the show: is everybody is a gamer, right? Where you all play games, and no matter what your favorite genre is, you're playing games, and then you always have to take kind of like that next step to creating a channel and kind of, as you said, promoting yourself and really trying to get out there. Like, we always like to ask what that push was. Like, what was your like one thought, one process where you were like, okay, I'm going to take just my everyday gaming and now I'm going to start putting it on something like YouTube.
Well, I think I mentioned it briefly. It was mainly because I wanted to improve my self-image. I been wanting to start a channel a long time, but it was really COVID that gave me the extra push, I think, because we had to do team calls in Zoom. And I thought, well, if I can do this, why not try live streaming? And that failed horribly.
Yeah, but hey, you took that. Yeah, you took that push.
Yeah.
And then from the streaming, we go back, and you said it didn't work out. You didn't enjoy it as much, but you're liking that putting the videos up and
Yeah.
content. You going from the streamer side to the content creator side.
Yeah, I do stream occasionally on special occasions or when someone asks me to do a collab or something. But I get really nervous going live and stuff like that. So I enjoy recording more than live streaming.
Gotta make yourself comfortable. Gotta do what you're comfortable with. Can't force yourself into a situation that you're not. Can't be your actual true self. So,
no, I get really quiet on group calls in live streams. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not the most talkative person. I have to admit that, but recording myself, I can cut out the parts where I just don't talk.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I get that.
Yeah, we actually talk about that a lot with our channel because, you know, we're technically new to the streaming game as well. And, you know, sometimes we kind of notice that when you're playing games, you're not always talking the whole time. So
It's
like
all in
having
your head.
Yeah, so having to build that confidence to like kind of put your brain to your mouth takes a lot longer, and especially just for some people, it's different for different people's comfort levels. So we've actually thought about going into the YouTube world and editing and you know, making some videos as well, but we did hear it's a ton of work. It's a lot more work than streaming.
Yeah,
So
streaming is really easy. You just hit the button, and then an hour later and then that's it.
Yeah.
But then the work starts for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Out the boring parts. Add extra jump scares sometimes.
Try to actually
Yeah.
make it into like a fluid story kind of, but you try to take some stuff out that you would consider boring, but at the same time you don't want to take out too much where you start in one area and then the next cut you're in like a completely different area and a completely different time. You're like, wait, what happened? So you kind of have to find that nice balance of.
You got to do transitions. You got to do background noise. You got the whole.
Yeah.
Like, how did you learn how to do all of that? Is that something that you've previously known how to do, or did you kind of teach yourself how to do that for the streaming aspect, the content creating?
Well, I'm a pretty tech savvy guy. I used to be a computer programmer until recently. Been doing that for plus 20 years, I think. And I've previously edited some videos, for family things. And I don't know, it just came naturally to me. I didn't have to do a course or something.
Yeah, you didn't have to do much learnings. You just had to kind of figure out how you use your previous experience to make a video game video.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you all next Thursday. Thanks for watching or listening. Bye bye!